Other modes of nutrition. First, parasite. Some plants live on another plant for nutrients. These are called as parasites. The parasite live on the other plant and it is known as host. And the host deprive all the nutrients as it is consumed by the parasite. For example, Cuscuta, it is non-green in color and it takes all the food from the plant on which it is growing. Insectivorous plant. Some plants depend upon insect for food and it is known as insectivorous. The plant have green leaves, so they also carry out photosynthesis. Hence, this type of plants are known as partial heterotroph. The soil in which they grow does not provide enough nutrients, so they feed on insects. In the figure you can see a pitcher plant. Here the pitcher is nothing but the modified leaf. The apex part of the leaf is modified as lid, which can open and close. Inside the pitcher there are some hair-like structure which basically help to trap the insect. When the insect go inside the pitcher, the lid get closed. And inside the pitcher, the digestive juices are secreted which help to digest the insect. And this is how the pitcher plant take the nutrients from the insect. Saprotroph. The organism which basically depend on dead and decaying matter for their food are known as saprotrophs. And this mode of nutrition is known as saprotrophic nutrition. For example, fungi. They basically secrete digestive juices on the dead and decaying matter and convert them into solution, and that solution is basically absorbed by the saprotrophs. Symbiotic relationships. Sometimes the organisms live together to share shelter and food with each other. This type of relation is known as symbiotic relationship. For example, some fungi live in the root of the tree. Thus, the fungi take food from tree and in return they help the tree in absorbing water and nutrients from the soil. So fungi is taking food from the tree and help the tree to absorb water and nutrients. Next is the lichen. It is the combination of algae and fungus. The algae provide the food and nutrition to the fungus, and the fungus provide water, minerals and shelter to the algae. Replenishing the soil with nutrients. The plants get the nutrients from the soil and hence there is a need to replenish the soil again with nutrients so the plants can survive. So we add fertilizers and manure to replenish the soil with nutrients. And this fertilizers and manure basically contains potassium, phosphorus and nitrogen, and these are important for the plants. Along with this, there is a bacterium known as rhizobium. It basically live in the root nodules of leguminous plants. For example, peas, beans and grams. This type of plant contain rhizobium bacteria in the root nodules. This bacteria basically help to convert atmospheric nitrogen into soluble form so that the plant can take the nitrogen from the soil. So for this reason the farmer often do not use fertilizer but they grow leguminous plants. Thank you.